So our 10th worst GM going into the 2022 season, and we're going to talk about the New York Jets, Joe Douglas. And I love me big Joe Douglas. Honestly, I think Joe Douglas did an outstanding job. I love what he's draft, especially this draft, what he did. I thought they had one of the best drafts in the season. But at the end of the day, it's going to come down to two things. It's going to come down to did he hire the best coach in Salah, and also did he draft the best quarterback in Zach Wilson? It don't matter about anything else Joe Douglas does as far as player personnel grouping. Those are the two main important personnel grouping he has to hit right there. He has to hit on Salah and he has to hit on Zach Wilson. And right now, both of those picks are question mark right now. And it's a wait and see approach. And that's why I have Joe Douglas as my number 10th as far as GM. In my list as far as 10 worst GM heading into the 2022 NFL season. Coming in at number 9 as far as my worst GM going into the 2022 season, we're going to go to Detroit and Brad Holmes. Honestly, I like what's going on in Detroit. I'm not sure about the coach right now. Just like I said in the Joe Douglas situation, I'm still on the wait and see. But I like the progression. I like where things are going. But now I want to see if there's going to be a leap right now. We already know they're a 5C team. We know that. We know they're a 5C team. And right now I want to see as far as how they're going to be 5C without that quarterback right now. They're rebuilding without that quarterback. We all know Jared Goff is just a Band-Aid until they get that big-time quarterback or that franchise big-time changing quarterback. Brad Holmes and the Detroit Lions, it don't matter what decision to make as far as how to develop the team, he will still be in my lower half as far as GM heading into the 2022 NFL season. Going into number 8 worst GM going into my 2022 NFL season is none other than the home team, the Seattle Seahawks, John Schneider. Man, obviously, when you lose a guy like Russell Wilson, I'm talking about an all-decade, or all-world, or all-everything quarterback, and then you got yourself a Drew Luck, and then you got yourself a Jacob Eason, and you got yourself I don't even know who else you got yourself on the roster. Put it like this, you don't have a Russell Wilson, and Russell Wilson is 1 out of 1, and you can't get a guy like Russell Wilson every day. So with that said, Pete Carroll, John Schneider, because you all lost a franchise quarterback and an all-decade quarterback in Russell Wilson, you guys are in my number 7th rank as far as my worst GM front office mix heading into the 2022 NFL season. Coming in at number 7 as far as my worst GM going into the 2022 NFL season is none other than Cleveland Browns' Andrew Berry. You all know I'm a big Andrew Berry fan. I love me some Andrew Berry. But there's a lot of noise, man, going on in Cleveland for the last year and a half, man. And once again, it's the same rhetoric. It comes down to the quarterback situation. If you don't hit this right, man, you're going to have issues. And the thing I have beef with Andrew Berry, the way he just handled this situation with the Baker Mayfield situation, the Deshaun Watson situation. I'm talking about this guy's went in there and changed the market as far as we all know the off-field situation that's going on with Deshaun Watson. But Andrew Berry did not give a you-know-what, man. He's like, you know what? I don't like Baker Mayfield. He got to go, and we going to get my man, and my man is Deshaun Watson. So at the end of the day, yes, he got what he wanted as far as a franchise quarterback, a game changer, one of them elite type quarterbacks. But as far as the way you did it, man, I don't know about all that, man. So Andrew Berry right now, this got to pay out for you because there's too much uncertainty going on as far as Deshaun Watson, as far as his situation, suspension. So with that said, I have Andrew Berry as my number 7th worst GM heading into the 2022 NFL season. My number 6 worst GM heading to the 2022 NFL season, man. I got to go to Jacksonville, man. I got to go to Trent Baalke. Honestly, I don't even know how Trent Baalke survived the whole debacle, survived the whole mess in Jacksonville, man. Trent Baalke is a big egomaniac, man. So I love the move. Honestly, I love Doug Peterson being the head coach. I was a big Doug Peterson fan. I'm still a big Doug Peterson fan, so I will give him kudos on that move. But as far as the roster, man, it's a mess in Jacksonville. There's so much they need to develop over there in Jacksonville, man. Everywhere from the offensive line to the defensive line, so everywhere on the damn roster, man. So as far as that, Trent Baalke is coming in as my 6th worst GM. I can't believe this man still got a job, to be honest with you. 6th worst GM heading into my 2022 NFL season. My number 5th worst GM heading to the 2022 NFL season, I gotta go to the Atlanta Falcons, man. I don't know what the hell is going on over with. Who was it, Terry Fontenot? I don't know what I don't know what he's doing in Atlanta, man. This man went and drafted a damn tight end as a top 10 pick. I don't give a damn if this the greatest tight end. I don't care if it's Tony Gonzalez. I don't care if it's Shannon Sharp. I don't care if it's Travis Kelce all in one. I do not care. You don't get a tight end in the top 7 pick in the NFL. There's just certain things you don't do. And I'm like, Terry, what the hell is he doing? And then this dude, I don't even know why he kept Matt Ryan last year. He should have been got rid of Matt Ryan. It's just a mess. I don't know what is going on over there, how they're building over there. They got a tight end, bruh, a tight end in the top 7 pick. I'm like, are you kidding me? So obviously, and then now all of a sudden, they finally got rid of Matt Ryan and they got a Mariota. So I'm not, you know what they're trying to do, Atlanta. They are trying to tank. I don't know what they're trying to tank for. I don't see no direction that's heading in Atlanta. So Terry Fontenot, I don't know what you're doing, bro. That's why you're my number 5th rank as far as worst GM heading to the 2022 NFL season. Because honestly, I don't know what the hell you're doing, bro. I don't know. My number 4th worst GM heading to the 2022 NFL season, man. We got to go to Houston, man. And I'm sorry, this is not even this man's fault. You ever been in the wrong place at the wrong time, man? And this is Nick Cassero, man. He's in the wrong place at the wrong time. The whole situation in Houston happened before him, but unfortunately, they paid you the big bucks. You got to eat this up and you got to clean this up, man. So he's my 4th worst. The whole Deshaun Watson situation. And you know what? I like what you're doing with Davis Mills, and I hope he pans out. I hope he becomes your Kirk Cousins, being a great bridge while you develop the team around you. Because right now, he on your 2nd head coach in your 2nd year. And most likely, after this year, you're going to be on your 3rd head coach in 3 years. So I know you came in there and it was already a mess before you got here. And you got to do everything. You got to straight up clean all entire house. I respect that. And that's why I'm not really going to beat you over the head. And that's why I got you as my number 4th worst GM heading to the 2022 NFL season, because you came in a mess, man, and you're doing your best as far as that goes. But as far as the 2022 season, I don't see much success for your roster or your organization. My number 3 worst GM heading to the 2022 NFL season, man, is the Miami Dolphins' Chris Greer, dog. You know what I'm saying? Chris Greer made it the fatal flaw as a GM. The fatal flaw as a GM. You have a choice between 2 quarterbacks, and you pick the wrong quarterback. That's the fatal flaw. I don't care if you dress it up by getting Tyreek Hill, by getting all these accessories, No, I don't care about your accessories, all right? I don't care about your size. When I go to the restaurant, I care about the meal, the main course. I don't care about the side dishes. I don't decide on restaurant because of side dishes, all right? I don't care about the Tyreek Hill. I don't care about that. You make the wrong decision by drafting Tua over Justin Herbert. And that's why you are the 3rd worst GM heading to the 2022 NFL season, Miami Dolphins, Chris Greer. The number 2 worst GM heading to the 2022 NFL season, man, we got to go, man, to the Carolina Panthers. And it's a tag team right here, man. You have a Matt Rule and you have a Scott Federer. I don't know what the hell is going on, but you know what? I'm going to put most of this on Matt Rule, because we all know Matt Rule makes the most decision. He's the decision maker as far as things goes, as far as player personnel and front office situation, man. So Matt Rule, you made your bed by going with Sam Darnold. In this league, this ain't no college nonsense. You don't go recruit the best quarterback. You have to develop and get the best quarterback. And you messed up, man, Matt Rule. And I hated the pick you did with the J.C. Horn over Justin Fields. I hated that. I'm like, are you serious? You don't get a corner over a freaking a quarterback. And even that, I didn't even think he was the best corner. You went, Patrick Surtain was the best corner in that draft, and you went and got you. I didn't like anything you're doing out there as far as drafting. And what the year prior, you had all defensive players in the draft. So right now, Matt Rule, Scott Fitterer, Matt Rule, you just pissed all over yourself. I don't understand what sometimes owners are doing. You're going to give this guy a coach that's never been a head coach in the NFL. You're going to give him not only head coaching powers, but yet personnel powers as far as GM. No, that's a no-no, man. No. He has no prerequisite. There was no history of him showing he could do this job at this level. And that's the mistake the Carolina Panthers did as far as the Matt Rule situation. Matt Rule should have been paying attention as far as just being a head coach. That's already hard enough. And then you're going to give him personnel move. No, Matt Rule is just pissing all over himself as far as that situation. And unfortunately, Scott Fitterer don't have enough bounty to clean up all the piss Matt Rule is doing all over the Carolina Panthers organization. And the worst GM organization front office going into the 2022 season is none other than the Washington Commanders. Washington football team Commanders. I don't even know what the name. By the time this comes out, they might have a new name. We don't even know. It's just a mess over there. You have Ron Rivera, and then you have Martin Mayhew. Those two guys right there, even though I'm going to put more emphasis on Ron Rivera because we know Ron Rivera is the one I call all the shots in DC as far as personnel grouping. So yes, Martin Mayhew, you're guilty by association. You're guilty because you have the title. But we know Ron Rivera. Same situation as my number 2 worst GM. Ron Rivera is an average coach in this league. Yes, he had one great season because of Cam Newton. Without Cam Newton, Ron Rivera is an average or below average head coach in this league. Yet, the Washington Commanders, the Washington football team, whatever the hell their name was, man, went and got Ron Rivera to be not only their head coach, but as far as their player personnel, as far as their GM. Mistake. This dude is not even adequate enough to do his one job, which is the head coach. Now you're going to compound that by giving him another job? I don't think so. And that's what's happening in Washington, D.C. because at the end of the day, it's not Taylor Heineke. You're still looking for a quarterback. You're looking for offensive linemen. The roster is a mess. Your so-called defense, who's supposed to be the best part of your team, what they brought you as far as your coaching personnel, stinks. Everything in Washington stinks, and it's because of Ron Rivera. I mean, let me take that back. It's not because of Ron Rivera, but unfortunately, Ron Rivera has not helped that situation in Washington, and that's why they came in as my worst GM as far as going into the 2022 NFL season. This has been my 10 worst NFL GM heading to the 2022 season, man. You all know the drill, man. Like this, love this, share this, and I am out.